Left Palermo on a Tuesday with one bag. My mother pinned a saint to the inside of my jacket. Said the new world would be kinder than the old. She was wrong about the kindness, but I never told. I still remember how the rain fell there, slower than anywhere I've been since anywhere. Like the sky had all the time in the world to grieve. Like even the weather didn't want you to leave. 40 years in America, and still every time it rains I'm standing on that hill, looking at the harbor, watching the whole world get smaller. Palermo rain falls different than the rest. Palermo rain carried something from the chest, brought it all the way across the water in my bones. Palermo rain, the only thing that still feels like home. Built my empire in a language not my own. Learned to be hard in a country made of stone. Different stone in Sicily, but stone the same. Different rules, but the silence had the same name. I sent money back for 30 years straight. Bought my mother a house, came back too late. She died the spring before I could return. Some debts you pay in full but never earn. 40 years in America, and still every time it rains I'm standing on that hill, wondering if the old world ever thinks of me the way I think of it. Palermo rain falls different than the rest. Palermo rain carried something from the chest, brought it all the way across the water in my bones. Palermo rain, the only thing that still feels like home. I taught my sons nothing of the old language. Thought it would protect them from the old way. Now I watch them move through the world with no accent, no saint pinned inside their jacket, no memory of rain that falls like grief. And I wonder, which one of us lost more? Still feels like home. Palermo rain, I can close my eyes and feel it still. Palermo rain on the cobblestone and windowsill. 40 years of American concrete under my feet. Palermo rain is the only thing that still makes me complete. I've advised 4 dons in 32 years. Buried 3 of them, the 4th one I fear. Not because he's dangerous, they're all dangerous. Because he stopped listening 2 years ago. That's when they die. It's always when they die. When they think they know more than the man who knows everything they've done and why. I've written the strategy for every major move. Since 1991, I've been in this groove. My name appears on nothing, that's by design. The invisible hand behind every bottom line. The consigliere is the first one blamed when things go wrong, and the last one named when things go right. That's the job, that's always been the job. Let's consigliere, standing in the room, watch the others fall. I know my own doom. Smartest man here means the most to lose. Last consigliere, singing the blues. Nobody listens till the blood hits the floor. Last consigliere, what am I here for? I told the 3rd don not to take that meeting. Told him twice, he went, came back not breathing. I told the 2nd don his son was compromised. He looked at me like I had just told him lies. 3 weeks later, his son wore a wire. Took down 6 men before they found the buyer. I don't say I told you so, there's no point. When I'm right, it means someone's already been disappeared or dead or sitting in the federal room, telling everything they know to avoid the tomb. My advice is perfect people just don't take it, and I stay alive by knowing how to fake it. The consigliere is the first one blamed when things go wrong. I've been playing this game long enough to know the advisor outlives his usefulness. The moment the dawn stops being afraid of being wrong. Last consigliere, standing in the room, watch the others fall. I know my own doom. Smartest man here means the most to lose. Last consigliere, singing the blues. Nobody listens till the blood hits the floor. Last consigliere, what am I here for? I have an exit plan. I've had one for 15 years. 3 passports, 2 accounts nobody knows about. A name in a country that doesn't extradite. I update the plan every 6 months, like insurance. Like a man who knows that the only difference between the consigliere who retires and the one they find in a car is timing. And I have always been very good with timing. Most to lose. Last consigliere, singing the blues. Nobody listens till the blood hits the floor. Last consigliere, what am I here for? Last consigliere, been here since the start. Last consigliere, memorized every part, every secret, everybody, every deal, every name. Last consigliere, and that's exactly why I'll never leave this game alive, unless I leave tonight. These hands have done things hands shouldn't do. Carried out the orders that came down from who? Nobody asks and nobody needs to know. I'm the part of the business that don't get a show. They call me when the conversation's done, when the words ran out and something has begun that only ends one way. I'm that one way. Been that since the day they showed me how to stay. My mother used to hold these hands in church, prayed over every finger, every knuckle, every hurt. You didn't know what they become, I didn't either, till they did. Stone hands do what stone hands do. Stone hands, stone hands carried it through. Never shook, never failed, never asked what was true. Stone hands, and everything they put me through, I don't count them. Tried that once, stopped sleeping for a month. Some arithmetic you don't do twice. Some numbers carry too much weight and price. I go to mass on Sunday still. The priest knows what I am, he always will. He gives me the communion anyway. I think God understands there's more than one way to be lost and still show up, to be broken and still stand, to carry what these stone hands carry and still try to be a man. My mother used to hold these hands in church. She's gone now, died not knowing the words. I'm glad she didn't know, I'm glad she only knew the hands that held hers back. Stone hands do what stone hands do. Stone hands, stone hands carried it through. Never shook, never failed, never asked what was true. Stone hands, and everything them every night, hot water, long time. They're always clean in the morning. But I know, and the water knows, and whatever's left of whoever I was before all this noise. Stone hands do. Stone hands, stone hands carried it through. Never shook, never failed, never asked what was true. Stone hands, and everything they put me through. Stone hands, gonna lay them down someday. Stay clean and still and quiet. No more orders coming through. Stone hands finally done, finally through. 10 more songs and nothing's been resolved. 10 more truths that nobody involved will ever say out loud in a lit room. 10 more ways a man walks toward his doom. I built an empire nobody can name in public. Spent 30 years inside a life I couldn't publish. My children have a father they don't know. My enemies of reasons I don't show. The thunder isn't weather, it's a warning. Every night I go to sleep and every morning I wake up surprised, not grateful, surprised that the night passed without someone's headlights. Nobody retires from this life clean. Nobody walks away from what this has been. You either die in it or you die running from it. Both ways you die in it. Sicilian thunder rolls through everything I own. Sicilian thunder, every empire dies alone. Built it with my blood and everybody else's too. Sicilian thunder, this is what it costs to be who I am. This is what it costs to do what I do. I've lied to priests and judges and my mother. I've smiled at men I ordered like they were brothers. I've shaken hands still warm from what I've done. I've held my daughter not knowing if she's safe from what I become. The money means nothing at 3 in the morning when the paranoia comes without a warning. When you check the locks, you check the now before. When you don't know anymore what you're living for. Except the code, except the way, except the thing you swore that now owns everything, including the parts you used to think were yours. Nobody retires from this life clean. Nobody walks out of what this life has been. You sign the paper, you sign everything, including the parts you haven't lost yet. Sicilian thunder rolls through everything I own. Sicilian thunder, every empire dies alone. Built it with my blood and everybody else's too. Sicilian thunder, this is what it costs to be who I am. This is what it costs to do what I do. If I could go back to the Tuesday afternoon, at the crossroads, at the table, at the moment before the first decision that made me this, I don't know if I choose different. And that's the part that keeps me up more than the locks, more than the lights outside, more than the names on any list. That I might choose it all again, knowing everything it cost, knowing everyone it took, knowing what it made me. Because the alternative was being nobody, and I was never going to be nobody. That's the sickness right there, that's what this life does. It makes you unable to imagine being anything else. Everything I own. Sicilian thunder, every empire dies alone. Built it with my blood and everybody else's too. Sicilian thunder, this is what it costs to be who I am. This is what it costs to do what I do. Sicilian thunder, my kids don't know my name right. Sicilian thunder, never slept a full night. All the power, all the silence, all the blood along the way. Sicilian thunder took everything I was and made me what I am today. And I do it every time. God help me. I do it every time. in 11 years. Every sound outside becomes a thing I fear. 3 locks on every door and men outside. Even in my own house, nowhere left to hide. Lost my wife in year 4, she said she couldn't breathe. Said living next to power means you never leave. She took the kids to somewhere I won't name. Small woman, distance is the only way to stay sane. I eat alone most nights with my back against the wall, facing every entrance, every exit, every hall. The paranoia isn't sickness, it's just math. Every man I've ever trusted turned and did the math. They show you in the movies like it's glory, like the suits and the power is the story. Nobody films the part where you can't trust your own reflection. Crown of thorns and gold bleeds the same as any crown. Crown of thorns and gold, built it up to watch it drown. Every man who swore to me has got a number and a price. Crown of thorns and gold, you pay for it your whole life. My oldest son won't look me in the eye. His mother told him things I can't deny. My youngest doesn't know my voice that well. Kids grow fast when father's busy catching hell. I've had 4 attempts in the last 3 years. 2 from enemies, 1 from someone I held dear. The 4th one was the one that kept me up. When you can't name who did it, that's enough to make a man question every handshake, every meal, every car ride, every mistake I had a taste of for a while. Felt insane, fired him because I couldn't trust him either. They show you in the movies like it's glory. Nobody films the year you lose a story of who you were before all this replaced you. Crown of thorns and gold bleeds the same as any crown. Crown of thorns and gold, built it up to watch it drown. Every man who swore to me has got a number and a price. Crown of thorns and gold, you paid for it your whole life. You want the truth? Nobody tells you that you become the thing that everyone fears, including yourself. That you'll sit in a room worth $3 million and feel like the poorest man alive. That the only people who are genuinely glad to see you are people who need something from you. And the day you figure out the difference is the day you realize you figured it out. Too late. Watch it drown. Every man who swore to me has got a number and a price. Crown of thorns and gold, you paid for it your whole life. Crown of thorns and gold, my kids don't know my face. Crown of thorns and gold, my wife found a better place. All the power, all the empire, all the blood along the way. Took everything and stayed.